Morning, everybody. So today, just go over to, so we have CPI this morning. Let's go to calendar. Just bear with me for a second. I just want to see if we have a restricted event today. Looking on the calendar. Oh, so we actually don't. So it's not a restricted event. I don't know whether or not that plays into anybody or not. Personally, I'm not trading today, just based on the fact that we've got news, and I don't particularly have that much interest in in trading the high volume news. Even the reaction for today, I've had a decent week, and I don't really need to donate back to the market. So I'm just going to be likely spending the day off the charts. I've got a few videos I'd like to possibly get made for you guys. So that's going to be my my primary focus, is just getting back aligned with some content. Anyways, all that to say, you can see right here, what does this say? Trade from the edges, right? So if we look at the 4-hour right now, like the only real areas of interest are kind of up here right now, right? Tomorrow, what do we have? There's no restrictions tomorrow either. Yeah, tomorrow we're good. Tomorrow we're good. No stress with that. Yeah, so I mean, super simple. I mean, like I said, because it's a news day, you can see where liquidity is built in the market, right? Liquidity is built here, liquidity is built here. We've technically got a week high, we've got week lows. Like, there's liquidity all over the place right now. So easiest way to trade this is to likely just sit on your hands. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So sorry, go back up to the 4. Let's just label this guy up. 240 supply. Okay, we've kind of got this break of swing. It's just a sweep. So, well, technically it's a break of structure, no matter how you look at it, because this is only a sweep. You know, if we take out something significant to basically prove that it is a sweep. So right now that is a 240 boss, and let's look at this right now. Yeah, so the market's wanting to sort of come back here. Now, we've got a couple other little POIs that we can look at here. So obviously, like we're leaving from internal demand, I believe. Yeah. So when you leave from an area that's created some sort of new high, whether it be substructure, internal structure, swing structure, you can see that this broke this high, right? We've come back down, we've mitigated the demand. This is a relevant piece of demand, which would prove that order flow has shifted, right? So the area that this level needs to break for this to now be a pro trend move is here, right? So if we come up like this and then break a bit of swing structure. Now we're aligned with 4 hour. So you understand, like, we can kind of dabble around within the flow chart. That's the whole idea, is we can trade against 4 hour, we can trade against 15. As long as the trend is aligned with internal structure, we are technically fine to be able to trade. So like I said, right now liquidity is built, both sides of the market. I think it's likely to see some sort of push down, maybe come back up like this. And then we can look for a counter order flow, basically looking for a realignment. Ideally, you're going to want to, kind of narrow this down into either this wick, whatever it might be. Been waiting for price to come into that. We got a liquidity to take before entry. Yeah, exactly. So tons of liquidity to take, and typically news is just like exactly what we see, like on like a lower time frame, 1 minute kind of thing, but it happens on like our higher time frame, right? Like a 15 or 4 hour. It's the same kind of principle, just speeds things up. Oh goodness, excuse me, guys. Yeah, so like I said, I'm not trading today. I don't really have any real desire to force anything this morning. But yeah, we're counter order flow as soon as we basically changed character. So I would say the change of character basically happened, right? Yeah, we can probably call this the change of character. So now order flow is back aligned this way. Yeah. Would the supply be valid for pro trend counter order flow? No, in order for the trend to get reestablished here, we would need, well, yeah, we would essentially need to see some form of an order flow shift to then take this down this way, right? To get back aligned. Make sense? Asking here, I'll let you answer that, Max. I mean, we're in a 4 hour POI. First of all, we're counter order flow. If we refine this down to even like a 15-minute, what would you want to see?
Yeah, I think it's safer to go for an
Yeah.
M15.
M15. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and don't forget, like, we're going to need some level to sort of induce as well. So ideally, like, we would want to see something like this, have a chalk happen a little bit earlier, and then induce this up into here. And then we want to see that realignment on the 15, right? So yeah, don't be shy. Like, if we get into, an extreme refinement, then we can start looking at a 1 minute chalk and flip if and when that sort of happens. But other than that, let 15-minute realign. I'll tell you right now, there's going to be some volatility in the market. It's very easy to get trigger happy when there is volatility, especially when there's this much liquidity built on both sides of the market. My opinion, honestly, and as somebody who's a little bit more experienced than probably most people in this group, in my opinion, the best way to trade news is by shutting off the charts and coming back tomorrow. Yeah, that's my opinion. There's no reason to trade high impact news if you're still in the process of like trying to learn how the day-to-day stuff goes without high volume news. So again, just my opinion. Take that with a grain of salt. Totally up to you. There's times I do trade news, but I always trade the reactions, right? 15, 20, 30 minutes after the actual news has cleared liquidity. Don't sit there glued to your screen watching a 1 second chart, because that's exactly what's going to end up happening. It becomes very, very easy to kind of get sucked into what's happening in the market. So yeah, like I said, I have no idea what's going to happen today. We're going to react based off of what does happen. If of course you are looking to take trades. With that being said, of course, yeah, we would be pro trend aligning with this structure like this, right? The swing structure to be able to take this. But the bottom line is we need to see a realignment properly. So I'm out of here, guys. Enjoy your day. Probably, well, not probably, I will see you guys at 12 o'clock to kind of go over what ends up getting shooken up. And we can just talk about the different levels if and when they sort of come through. So have a good morning. Trade safely. Remember, high impact news, best way to trade it is to not trade it at all. Just let the market come to you. If you want to trade the reaction 15, 20, 30 minutes later, fantastic. Don't try to catch it. Okay. So I will, yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit.